So, number one, there are 10. Let's see how far we can go. So, are you ready? So, number one is knowledge and information. Oh, Jesus, help us. Listen and listen well. No matter how much I pray for that man, let every one of us lay hands on him. He still needs to go and learn. Listen and listen well. Listen and listen well. Ignorance is not a demon. You can't cast it out. The problem with us in the church is that we have reduced every problem in life to prayer. And there's nothing wrong in prayer. So we think that once we can just pray. And guess what? Let me shock you. Prayer does not work. It is God that works. Prayer does not work. It is God that works. You know why prayer does not work? That is God that works. There is no man of God on earth that is anointed to answer prayer. None. We can pray, but only God can answer prayer. So prayer does not work. It is God that works. So instead of putting, because some people, all we need to do is pray. No, you are now having your faith in prayer instead of having faith in the God that answers prayer. And we are now using prayer like a charm. Because we think that, so you think, that's what leads to people thinking, I will just sin. Is it not to repent? I will just confess after I finish. Number two. When God says, I've given you the power to get wealth, it means I've given you the choice to be wealthy. It's a choice. Somebody says it's your choice. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15 and 16. He said, I set before you life and death, blessings and curses. He said, but I advise you, choose life. It's a choice. Investing is a choice. Delaying gratification is a choice. Saving is a choice. You either endure the discipline of learning or you will settle for the pain of regret. So you either have to settle for the discipline of learning. 70 people in a class, 300 people in a class. Lecturer is telling you there is test tomorrow. You have to buy handouts. You put your leg in the bucket with water. You drink coffee. You use lantern. You have to go through the discipline of learning. Or one day you will have to settle down for the pain of regret. So it's a choice. It's a choice. So one of the power is giving you to get well. It's a choice. The power to choose. The power to do what? To choose. Now, when it comes to wealth, there are what I call the portals of wealth creation. The portals of wealth creation, there is a career portal, there is the entrepreneurship portal, and there is the investment portal. Have you noticed that in this part of the world, all we keep talking about is generational curse, generational curse, generational curse. And nobody's talking about the generational blessings. Most of what you call a generational curse is a generational choice. Hello? Your grandfather worked in Nigerian Railway. Your father worked in Nigerian Airways. Now you are in NIPOS. It's not a generational curse, it's a generational choice. Because you have chosen to be civil servants. They tell you, just go to civil service, you will get paid. So the very minute your grandfather made that choice to go into civil service and began to propagate civil service as the destiny of your family, they have made the choice to determine how far they can go financially. Because listen to me, there is a level you can never enter with salary. Never. You can't enter. In order for you to enter it, you must move from salary to savings to investment and add it to it plus multiple streams. So you see, forget about all these African and Nigerian politicians and civil servants that are armed robbers and criminals. No, you can't prosper with salary. So when you see all these permanent secretaries that should be in jail, all these governors that are stealing money, you think that, okay, no, it's not their salary. How much is the president's salary? Think about it. It's only in a place like Africa where there is no law that a civil servant will be living the kind of life that many of them are living. That's why they can't do asset declaration. So listen to me. Civil service, salary is slavery. Salary is what? You are a civil servant. They told you just didn't know. Servant is there. You'll be servant. Is civil servant. How do they measure you? They measure you on a salary scale. It's a scale. Measure you. That's the, look, the word salary is from the root word wage. Is the price you pay for a slave. Go and do your research. When they want to sell slaves, they will measure them. Oh, this man is Tandu. He's Tandu. He has impregnated 17 women and given birth to 52 children. It's very viral. When he works from 6 a.m., he can work to 6 p.m. So people will now begin to bid. And they measure him on the scale and they now pay. That's salary. That's why you're on salary scale. Nobody can pay you your true worth. I'm telling you. No, let me give you some prophetic insight. Listen. Anytime you are resuming in an office, you are resuming like this, and you meet somebody there that has been there for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, they are still struggling, they are still complaining. That is a prophetic picture of your future. Hello? That is what? A prophetic picture of your future. That man that is interviewing you, that supervisor that has been there for 16 years, that's your life in 16 years. I don't know what your problem is. People keep asking me, hey, yeah, pastor, how do you undo 9 companies? I don't undo 9 companies. There are people that have the capacity and the competence to start a business, but they don't have the courage to start one. Me, I have plenty courage. So I borrow them my courage. I start a company. They will use their capacity and competence to run it. I use my courage to start it, and I pay them. All they need is good money. Hello? What will it cost me? I just give you 400,000 per month. I put some benefits. I buy you 3.5 million Tokumbo car. You begin to manage that one. I put holiday for you and your family once in a year. I cap it at 2 million. Everything put together. It doesn't cost me 10 million. And I give you a target of 500 million. What are you talking about? Maybe you want me to see you. I put you as MD. You need title without entitlement. I don't need the title. I just need to own it. Many of you, the company you are working for, when that company started, there were 3 of you. Now there are 82 staff, and you are still there. The man that started the company, your CEO, was not as old as you when they started. Business, you can't start. Ministry, you can't start. Yet you know how to start a relationship. Number 3. You know, yesterday was introduction. First of all, introduction. Number 3. When God said, I've given you the power to get wealth, it means I've given you opportunities. It means I've given you what? Opportunity. The race, Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10 and 11. Ecclesiastes 9, 10 and 11. The race is not for the swift. Battle to the strong, riches for the wise, bread for men of understanding, but time and chance happens to them all. Another translation says it's all about being in the right place at the right time. Another translation says it's all about seizing opportunities. That's the title of the meeting. Hello? But let me tell you something. Listen. He said time and chance happens to who? Now, the question is, no, that's the problem. It's not everybody. Oh my God, let's go there. Time and chance doesn't happen to everybody. So let's break it down. He says the race is not for the swift. So start noting the adjective he uses. The race is not to the swift. Battle to the strong, that's strong. Riches for men of understanding, then bread for the wise. Time and chance happens to them all. Them that have. So the race is not to the swift. So if you are not swift, you are even finished. You are not in that equation. If you are slow and sluggish, you know we can motivate you and preach to you because there is a supernatural and sovereign dimension that is above principles. So we can use that to motivate you and begin to declare in the name of Jesus. I don't care what your disadvantage is. If the snail and the tortoise made it to the ark of Noah, you will make it. Whether you have a certificate or not, the favor of God can rest upon you. Grace and favor qualifies the unqualified. Yes, it's true. But how many percentage? The race is not to the swift. Neither battle to be strong, so you can't be weak. It's like Lagos Molue. Molue, Lagos City. You see, when you want to enter Molue, and you are at the bus stop with other people, it's the battle of the fittest. It's battle of Muzanga. So as the bus is going, before it stops, you are running with it so that you don't enter. If now one leg enter, the body will follow. The race is not to the swift, battle to the strong. Bread for the wise. So you can't be foolish. Riches for men of understanding. You can't lack understanding. He says, so when you have those qualities, then time and chance happens to them all. Not the whole creation. The people that are wise, swift, have understanding. Do you understand? So that's why many of you are struggling, because you think it's for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's not. It's for those people that have taken time to be swift, that have taken time to be wise, that have taken time to have understanding. Hello? Now you see, oh, you don't get it. Is there anybody here that does not understand Yoruba? You don't understand. So what Yoruba we are talking, you don't understand. Hey, oh yeah, come. Let me use you as example. You see, if you get what understanding is, it will help you. So look at something that's about to do now. Mo fẹ́ kó fọwọ́ sínú àpò mi. Gbogbo owó tó wà ńbẹ̀ mo fún ẹ. You are wondering why they shouting. You see? Alami òróró mà ni mí, mo mà lówó gan. Owó olóyìnbó ó wà lápò mi o. Tó yẹ kí tó bá ṣe báyìí, tó bá ṣe ó ju mílíọ̀nù lọ, ó dẹ̀ wà lápò mi. Mo fẹ́ kó tọ́ ọba gbogbo owó tó wà ńbẹ̀ mo fún ẹ. Now, why is she not responding? Lack of understanding. I know you go to church. You have been here for 15 years. Has your life changed? You lack understanding. We can preach it from today to tomorrow. It's the day you understand it that you act upon it. It's when you act upon it that you are blessed by it. Look, knowledge is not power. Knowledge applied is power. You know what I said? I said, put your hands in my pocket. And every money there, I give you. And I said that I even have dollars. Oh, and when you change it, it's more than 1 million. It's too late. Hello, somebody say understanding. Understanding is that which is under upon which you stand. Is that which helps you to be outstanding. That's all I came to do, to give you understanding. All this spirit, you are still poor. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. The earth is the Lord, and the fullness thereof. A cattle on 1,000 hills belongs to our God. Touch 5 people and say, money, come to me now. Look, you are just like a drug addict. And every Sunday they are giving you your fix and injecting you with religious junk. And then on Monday you are confused because you have not been able to do anything meaningful with your religion. Hello? So when God says, I've given you the power to get to it, means I've given you what? Opportunities. The word poor, P-R, P-O-O-R, is an acronym for passing over opportunities repeatedly. That's why you are poor. Fixed deposit has been there before you were born. You didn't go. Shares has been there. Bonds have been there. Mutual funds have been there. Real estate has been there. You didn't go. But the one that they tell you, bring money now, you'll be getting 30% every month. Greed and covetousness. MMM. That's what you want to do. You want to do crypto and forex. You have not done normal. It's the one that you want to go and do spirit's money. The one that is in the spirit. The money is in the cloud. So you dream and you are rich in the cloud. Like somebody eating the dream and waking up is hungry. Say, I have crypto. Who did this to us? Hello? Opportunities are ladders. Opportunities are doorways. Opportunities are steps. Opportunities are lifts. Opportunities are contacts. It is better to be prepared waiting for opportunity than for opportunity to come and meet you unprepared. Nobody is lucky, sir. Nobody is lucky, man. What you call luck is when opportunity meets with preparation. He said, oh, sir, I don't agree with you. This one, you don't form my hand. I don't agree. What of those that play lottery? No, sir. Every lottery winner was not lucky. Listen and listen well. Anybody you see succeeding, they have either consciously or unconsciously activated the laws of success. I can prove to you that every lottery winner activated at least 11 laws of success without even knowing it. Number one, when they heard the adverts, they were not the only one that heard. They believed. That's faith. They believe in the adverts. Number two, hearing the adverts is not equal to winning the lottery. they had to participate. That's already another law. To participate means to put money to buy tickets. So they invested or they sold. That's another law. It is not the first time they bought ticket that they won. They kept buying. That's persistence. It's another law. When somebody tries to tell them it does not work, they say, forget it. That is a fighting spirit. It's another law. When they bought the ticket, they had to wait until the day the draw was done. That's patience. It's another law. So even though you think he was lucky, he's not lucky. He has consciously or unconsciously activated the laws of success. So it is better to be prepared. Waiting for opportunity than for opportunity to meet you unprepared. Why do you think many people are not married? It's because they don't understand some of these things. Listen to me. The Bible says, he that finds a wife, not he that finds a lady, not he that finds a girl, not he that finds a woman, not he that finds a knife. Because you are either a wife or a knife. He that finds a wife. So that means you don't become a wife after you marry. You are a wife so that you can be married. So when I'm looking at you, I want to see wife. It's when the man sees wife that he will now come and say, this is a wife material. So all those things you think no is watching, they are watching. Check. This kind of one, I'll allow. Carry this on a knife. Oh, this guy load go plenty. All those, irresponsible statements you make. You are not married though. Men around say, forget it, all these men. Say, hey, this one, this is prejudice. So that means no matter what I do, she will just judge me by her mindset. You are losing husband. You are using your mouth. Say me, I can't suffer with anybody. The man without packing loaded. You are using your mouth to because it's not marriage conference. So let's move on. So somebody say opportunity. So when God says, I've given you the power to get, it means has given you opportunities. The man of God has spoken. Opportunity comes disguised as troubles. Sometimes opportunity will come in packages that you don't like. Hello? So opportunities. Look all around you. There is opportunity everywhere. One man's problem is another man's opportunity. But here you are being religious. If you lose 3 family members today, God forbid, it's 3 coffin. There's no discount that puts 2 people in one box. It's 3 coffin. There's no discount. The man goes, hey, coffin there, put it in one. Coffin down there is very expensive. Sorry, sir. That's 3 coffin. 3 graves. Oh, my God. The coroner will make money. Listen to me. If you are not sick, how will the doctor make money? If you don't have case, how will the lawyer make money? One man's problem is another man's opportunity. So when you see opportunity, it may be a problem to somebody else. It's not a problem to you because you did not cause the problem. But solving the problem becomes your own opportunity. So when you say power to get well, God has given you so much wealth you just didn't know. Hello? I was preaching at the conference for pastors and sharing some stuff, and the pastor busted out in tears. Because I was talking about this issue of opportunity, how the one man's problem is another man's opportunity, and many of you people that have problem, God will bring them your way so that the house they bought 5 million, they will sell it for 8 million because they have a kidney problem. But instead of you buying it, you are saying you cannot buy. So I was just talking about different ways. And then the man busted out in tears. What had happened was they got a plot of land that they leased for their church, and they started using the plot of land. It's 4 plots, and the man gave them 1 plot. Small church, they started to grow. About 2 years into the growth of the church was growing. They built a shed on it. The landlord comes to the man and says, Pastor, please, I'd like you to borrow me money. Sir, what's the problem? No, he said, no, Pastor, please, I want to sell this land. He said, why do you want to sell? He said, I have trouble. My container has been in the and it's gathering demurrage. So I would like to sell the land for 400,000 because I need like 800,000. So I want to sell 2 plots. So if you can buy this one or buy the 2, 800,000. He said, that's a serious problem. Hey, you know what? When you are in trouble now, we cannot be buying your land when you are in trouble. It's like taking advantage of you. You are our landlord. Jesus loves you. God loves you. Let me talk to the board so that maybe we can borrow you the money. The one say, you won't borrow me 800,000? You go borrow me? You don't want to buy land? He said, yeah, So he went to the board and told them, and one of the board said, excuse me, sir, I'm a businessman. If me too, I see 800,000 interest-free loan, I will collect. That the man wants to sell land. Let us buy the 2 plots. This is a miracle. This is the wealth of the wicked. Coming to the pastor said, no, this guy is not born again. We need to win soul. Are you Jesus? Look, let me tell you something. My members know I cannot die for anybody. You know why? Because if I die, it's a useless death. My blood no get value. It can't save your soul. The only person that needs to die has already died. If that death can't help you, die or die. Sometimes we think we are more holy than God. He says so that he can be saved. So he prevailed on the people. They borrowed the man 800, interest free. In 4 months, the guy paid back. Cleared his container. So fast forward 2 years later, they are now ready to buy. So they go to the landlord. Baba, hey, you know that discussion we had that time now, that land that you say you wanted to say, that you said 400. So we are ready now. If you can, church has grown. We want to buy the 2. He said, which land? He said, I know what you are talking about. He said, no, my land is not for sale now. My children's inheritance. Why will I sell it to you? No. You are collecting rent. I'm collecting your rent. You are not owing me. I'm okay with the rent, so why should I sell? He said, but you wanted to say, I wanted to sell that time because I had a problem. He said, I had a problem, and I came to you that you should buy. But you say you won't buy, you borrow me. He said, but we have. He said, no, pastor, don't blackmail me. I didn't come to beg for money. I didn't say you should borrow me money. I wanted to sell land because you use what you have to get what you want. But you are the one that is born again. You are the one that is a good man. You say, didn't I pay you back your money, pastor? See, I'm not selling. Even if I will sell, 1 plot is 4 million. Hello? True life story. The man busted out in tears in the first conference. Because he suddenly realized all the prayer he has been praying. Lord, give us a place of our own. God has given them a place. God hold the container. Make you enter demorage. God put them for your hand. Say, sell your land to take care of it. And then you are sitting and waiting for God to. God has moved. What's it for your boyfriend? God has moved. Hello? God has done what? Move. After 2 minutes more, let me see if I can give you 2 more. When God says, I've given you power to get what? It means I've given you ideas. She was going there and say, hey, she should not go to that one again. No. Woman, it's my idea. She's taking all my notes. Is that? I said, okay, at least you don't take 3 out of 10. Make I see if I go do 7. Ideas rule the world is not a slogan. It's not a slogan. Now listen and listen well. What are ideas? Nobody owns the monopoly of ideas. You see, as we are in this place right now, there are all kinds of frequencies and rays in this place. We have infrared, we have Bluetooth, we have gamma rays, we have all kinds of frequencies. When you bring machines here, you see all kinds of things happening. But why are you not seeing it? They are not visible. Why are you not accessing it? You don't have what it takes. So listen to me. Ideas are divine downloads that are available to everybody. But only those that are tuned to the frequency of inspiration will get the idea. It's inspiration channel. Hello? Are you getting what I'm saying now? So now listen. Let me help you with this. Have you ever had an idea and you did nothing about it? 6 months later, 3 months later, you saw somebody else. They say, that thing came to my mind though. Listen. Every time idea comes to you, it's coming to probably 3 billion people at the same time. It's only those who do what needs to be done with it that benefits from that idea. I run an ideas masterclass, the 26 different levels on ideas. Number 1, you receive it, idea reception. Number 2, you document it, idea documentation. Number 3, you investigate it. Is it existing somewhere? Has somebody else done it? Once you have done that, number 4, idea protection. You protect it. You move 26 to take it from idea down into the market and begin to produce. So ideas, when God says, I've given you power to get what, it means I've given you ideas. Ideas. You saw her talking about Joseph. That's one of the things I was supposed to say, but she's spoken about that. Ideas. It just begins to flow. Many of you don't realize. You see, Egypt is a type of the world. Every time they went to Egypt, the Bible will say they went down to Egypt. People don't go up to Egypt. Egypt is down. Egypt is a typology of the world, and everything that happens in Egypt is a picture of the way the earth runs. So when there was 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine, that dream was repeated twice because that is what we call wealth cycle. According to the plan of God, there is a cycle of wealth and cycle of lack is the wealth cycle. So every time there is 7 years of plenty, the next thing you will see is 7 years of famine. Now that 7 years of famine is so that a new generation of millionaires and billionaires can emerge, because crisis creates opportunities. So in March 2019, when Zoom went public and people began to buy into it, not many people knew that something is about to happen. By April of 2020, Zoom entered into another financial stratosphere. Why? Because a new set of billionaires must emerge. Every time there is crisis, every time there is problem, is opportunity. It's time to make money. Hello, somebody. So there were 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. What did Joseph tell them? He said, in the 7 years of plenty, save 20%. The 20% you save in 7 years of plenty will sustain the entire world by the law of compound interest in the 7 years of famine. Guess what? The real deal there is not the savings of 20%. The real deal there is, how did Joseph keep corn for 14 years without decay? That was the idea. That's where the mummification came from. So Egypt took that idea and they say Egyptian mummy. It was Joseph's idea on how to keep corn for 14 years, all the nutrients there without it expiring. Ideas rule the world. One thing you also discover about ideas is that ideas are very simple. One of the reasons why we don't embrace it is too simple to be true. You know, it not go work. You know, it not go work. It not go work. Let me help you. 30 years ago, you will see yourself in what I'm about to say now. 30 years ago, you had a boyfriend, you had a girlfriend. But in order to get to that boyfriend and that girlfriend, you did what we call pen pal. So you write a letter. And then you put all those, Cupid and all those things, and then you put bed, and then you put cloud, you even spray perfume, and then you put it in an envelope, and then you now go to the post office, you buy stamp, you put stamp, then you send the letter away. Maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you are waiting for like 2 months to get reply. But in your mind, you were thinking, I wish there is a way. I can just write her now, and she will reply me now. That was email. That was email. God gave you email idea 30 years ago, but you said it's not possible. Then we got to a point. You will go to Nitel, put coins, or you put card, and you are called, brother, how you doing? The chance don't born. How the pikin be? He black, he was, how I wish I can see the boy now. That was Zoom. That was video 30 years ago. But you say it's not possible. But somebody else received the same thing. When we were growing up, there's what we call Space 1999. Space 1999. There is Speed Racer, Speed Racer, Speed Racer. These were things that look as if it will never happen. It's happening now. She was talking about all this internet of things, all kinds of things. It's happening already. Happening what? Already. So if somebody tells you now that there is coming a time when you'll be able to be in Nigeria and you do a meeting with everybody all over the world and none of you will see yourself, you say, forget that now witchcraft. But before now, our ancestors have been looking inside calabash. But you never, listen to me. Many of the pharmaceutical you see all over the world, they got it from Africa. It's the leaves, all these agbo is the leaves, but because we don't make it sophisticated, then they will come and take it from. Do you know now that one of the things that is really nice is charcoal? Google, they are selling charcoal now, until packet charcoal. They do charcoal. And people are buying it until it comes from abroad. Charcoal. And we used to brush our teeth with charcoal and salt. And we are ashamed. Now they are made it corporate. You now go and buy charcoal. Now we are importing garri from China, palm oil from China. Who did this to us? Hello? So ideas, that's what rule the world. So when God says, I've given you the power to get, it means I've given you ideas. She has mentioned people. Those who matter to your matter when it matters. You don't need everybody. You need the right people in your life. Not all these jobless, fake people. All these social media confused people. Those are the people you are following. See your life. You are moving with poor people, moving with tenants. Tenants will always fight landlord. That's why you are a tenant. When you have one landlord friend, you begin to tell you, it's not that difficult. You don't need a plot of land. All you need is a piece of land. By the time he buys half plot, he finish. One day he says, can I also buy? Influence. They influence you positively. Hello? Association. We can go into the spiritual one. Prayer. She's mentioned it. Seed. So all these things, when he says, I've time, when he says, I've given you the power to get well, these are all the things that he has given you. Your future is in your seed. You were once a seed in the loins of your father. If you bring orange now, put your finger inside, you can bring out the seed and count it. You can count the number of seed in an orange. But when you look at that seed, you can never count the number of oranges in that seed. When you eat the seed, it ends up in the toilet. When you sow the seed, it creates a future for you. Your future is in your seed. Many of us don't understand that there is nothing called tomorrow. There is nothing called future. Today is the tomorrow you spoke about yesterday. The future is a concept. Tomorrow is a concept. Nobody has a future except they create a future. So you can sing and dance. My future is bright. I will get there. My future is bright. Now, 10 years ago, you said your future is bright. 10 years later, is it bright? No, see your life now. 10 years later, is it bright? You can never enter a bright future except to create a bright future. You create it. The future you create is the future you inhabit. You don't enter a future that you didn't. You will pack into a house where you know buy, where you know build. Hello, somebody. So, people of God, I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that you have the power to get wealth. But now that you understand it, go and get the wealth.
Thank you for taking time to watch this video. We believe you've learned something of great value. On this channel, we share videos on finances and wealth creation from biblical perspective. You can find more similar videos on this channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you've learned in the comment section.